I know this video title is hyperbolic, and trust me when I say this, you do not have to watch this video. I fully understand if you didn't watch it, since I will be discussing a very serious issue in the real world, diseases and illnesses, with something silly, a video game. Please click off the video now if you do not want to hear me talk about that. But if you do, welcome, and enjoy the video. Imagine with me, if you will, a friend you've known since the 5th grade. You and this friend started out as small acquaintances, but soon you both realize you're into something very niche that no one else is. Suddenly, you both proceed to hang out almost every day after school and on the weekends. You only hang out in short spurts, but when you hang out, it is the time of your life. You even go over to their house and meet their younger and older siblings. For 7 solid years, from the 5th grade to junior year of high school, you two are the best of friends. Sure, you had your ups and downs, but you still stuck through it with each other. Then, during your senior year, you notice something. Something small. Something that doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. They start hanging out with you less, and you notice they don't have the same energy like they did. You keep asking your friend what's wrong, and they keep shrugging it off, just saying they're a little sick or they caught a bug. You go to their parents to ask what's wrong, and they're aloof, saying their kid just has a little bug. It's no big deal. After high school, you both set off for different paths in lives, but you keep in touch as much as you can. But after being a year apart, you stop talking. Not from the lack of trying, but from the lack of effort your friend put in. You're a little bummed and you reached out every now and again to see if they want to hang out, but they leave you on red. Finally, you graduate from college and go back home before you go off into the world. Then you hear from your friend for the first time in years. They invite you over, and you are stunned to see how sick they are. Barely able to stand, very pale, but still alive and full of hope. As it turns out, years ago, that little problem was something bigger than just a bug. It was an illness. The doctors aren't sure if it's terminal or not, and well, heck, they aren't quite sure what it is. You're upset. You ask if they have tried any treatments for whatever the sickness is. Your friends said that they tried some things here and there, but they were admittedly small and band-aid solutions, and they didn't try anything too serious. You ask why, and your friend says it has to do with their parents. So you ask your friend's parents, how could they let this happen? But still they're aloof, quiet, barely speaking about the situation. They don't even seem to care that their kid is dying in bed in the next room over. Why? Because they're too focused on their younger kids, putting a spotlight on them and talking about them as much as they can. Wouldn't you feel sad or mad about this situation? Sure, the problem is a little vague, but wouldn't you want your friend's parents to try something more than just simple solutions? Or try something bigger? And out of the solutions, wouldn't you want to know what they were? This has been my relationship with Team Fortress 2. I've been playing this game since I was 10 years old in 2010. I first played it with my dad and on his account, and over the span of a year I fell in love with the game. I got my own Steam account when Team Fortress 2 went free to play in 2011, and have since then played almost every weekend for the past 14 years. I am now a 24-year-old man, soon to be 25, and it pains me to see such an old friend suffering the way it is. Team Fortress 2 has an illness, and it's this. There are malicious users hosting bot-controlled accounts who kill other players and ruin matches. The pathetic amount of band-aid solutions to this bot problems, the routine but old forms of content to keep the game going, and zero form of communication from the Team Fortress 2 parent company, Valve, is the reason why I'm submitting this video to the #FixTF2 movement. It is so frustrating to see something I hold dear to my heart, something I have poured thousands of hours into and made numerous works of art about, simply be ignored or tossed to the wayside. I, personally, am upset over the lack of communication from Valve, and the empty promises we have been tossed to simply keep us quiet. It took an entire movement 2 years ago to get Valve's attention, and all they said was, "We hear you, we love the game too." And what have they done since then? The bare minimum. Since the 26th of May 2022, when they posted that tweet, they have done the following. Made kicking players slightly easier. Quick note, it is still very hard to kick someone due to the way the voting system works. Removed the ability to clear the in-game chat, and a very vague update about security. And that's it. Out of the good 20 or so patches in the past 2 years, only 3 of them were vaguely related to dealing with the bots. And the only patch that straight up got rid of the bots was the 64-bit update, but even then, that was unintentional. Other than the bandit solutions, the drip-fed content we have been getting, while good, is not enough for us anymore. It is not the fact that we are entitled to anything. We understand this. But it's the simple fact that we, the community, are still so passionate and love playing the game. And, most importantly to Valve, they still get money for it. I personally want what I put my money, hours, and creative into treated better than this. So what is the solution? The simplest one I can imagine is this. Please have a more open communications with your community, Valve. Please tell us something. Tell us that you are actually trying to solve the issue. That's all I want to hear, at least. I personally think that having some form of idea of what's going on behind the scenes, even if it is as vague as can possibly be, is better than nothing. It is better than the absolute radio silence we have gotten in the past 2 years. Valve, I know that you're still working on this deep learning algorithm, and I only have the barest idea of what it is about. You're still clearly passionate about working and playing and doing things for Steam, like the Steam Deck and this new game that's been leaked. And if this deep learning algorithm is the solution to the bots, then great, I would love to hear that. I would love to hear that you're doing something. But all we hear is Dota this and Counter-Strike that. In conclusion, we as a community are tired of the way this game is being treated. Others want bigger solutions. I simply want to hear that anything is being done. I love Team Fortress 2, and I want it to succeed. I want it to be taken care of, that can last forever. It has the opportunity to go on, but it's up to Valve to make the decision, and that scares me. I loved Valve, but since the release of Portal 2, it has only been downhill since. Please, Valve, fix Team Fortress 2. This has been Fitz1099. Goodbye.